Hey, let's get this stream started by booting up the Skyrim. There we go. I know Steam is already on because I made sure it was. And I actually made sure it was because you know how I can be. We write dits. We write dope. I prefer dope. Right. We will see. I have made a few changes to Skyrim since last time. You'll probably never notice them until I find some crates and start looting things. Until I find some booty, I don't think it will actually be particularly noticeable what I have done. I'm not going to say what I've done. I'm going to leave this as a surprise, because, well, one, I want to know if A, said change has worked, and B, said other change has worked. There's been 2 changes, one of which took... Well, actually, there's 3 changes, but I don't think we'll be seeing number 3. But I made a few changes, and it's just something that it took longer than it should, mainly because of change 3, which was tedious. And mostly because it was 100 individual fucking records that needed inputting into it. Actually, no. I am wrong. 130 individual records that needed inputting into each of these things. I'm not going to say what they are. And yeah, that was soul-crushingly tedious. That was tedious. The other changes were relatively quick and felt like I was actually accomplishing something. Bonk. Hello, God. Right, we'll see how well height matches. I mean, yeah. I've got my eye height roughly right, I think. Boink. Right, we must... Oh, God, we actually have a quest. What is this? Ah! Giant's Grove. Where is Giant's Grove? Well, we'll find out. I'm not going to look at the main map. We must roll! We must roll out of solitude. Roll down the hill. So. Oh, I don't have a weapon now. I can't roll without a weapon. There we go. Now I can roll. I did say I was going to roll out. We can only roll in... For some reason, the roll only keeps rolling if you're in first person with your weapon out. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Eee. Gotta roll down the hill. I mean, we're still rolling downhill, so... I mean, it's very inefficient use of stamina, but I don't really care. Now we're just going to tumble down some steps. We've hit solid ground. We have to walk. We have to use our legs. Mighty Landshark has to use her legs. It's a strange event. I don't think I do. Looking at what I'm in, I don't think I abide fancy clothes. Must zoom zoom. Splash. We must head. I don't know what. Oh, I know what Giant's Grove it is now. It's the Malkath quest location. I know where that is now. I completely glazed over the fact that I actually looked it up last time. You know, I forget what I do on my last streams. I mean, I've completely forgot I had this one quest, which... I mean, technically I am getting a unique reward out of it, so I am actually gonna... Even though it's a Radiant quest, it's a Radiant quest with a purpose. And just when I thought Morphle couldn't become more miserable. Lowish. 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 The flower's reflex will always be there. Ooh, flowish. Oh, yeesh! Yeesh! Let's grab yeesh. Oh, it's just a fox, it's fine. I was gonna say, what? Is that a dog or a wolf? Ooh, eggy! Eggies are not the easiest things in the world to harvest. Ew! Do I have to? They're alchemy ingredients, so yes. Ew, they are so unsightly. Not helping, they've got a horrible squelch to them as well. Nice wet squelch. You know, like, define nasty noise, and squelch is usually an unpleasant noise. Like, you step in a dog turd, that's a squelch. Hey, of course! Pretty uncommon thing to see out here. And yeah, of course, where did he go? Kira bash it so hard it phased through the floor. I think she did. Oh well. That's something to watch. I'm going to rewatch that on a stream replay while walking very slowly towards my location. Yeah, Chorus Reaper does quite a lot of damage. Its poison is particularly nasty. Yep, it phased through the floor. It's gone. It ain't coming back. I might run into it in Whiterun, I don't know. Because that giant camp in Whiterun does seem to be where things get dumped. Let's take these fungal pods. They are horrible. I mean, they're a fungal pod. They've probably got an absolutely revolting squelch to them. And they're almost guaranteed to be poisonous, but... we almost go to this Stormcloak camp. Because if there's any left... well, you know the rule. If there's any left, bait them into a fight and kill them.
You must be alright if you've got time to complain. Go on. Get out of walking.
I am just going to wander around your camp, waiting for you to bait me into a fight, and then I'm going to kill you.
Don't make me tell you again. Get
out of
move
here.
along.
Don't make me
Oh, I see it. I see an opportunity for hijinks. I'm taking it.
tell you again. Get out of here. Don't make me tell you again. Get out of here.
Sure.
I saw the opportunity for hijinks. I took it. Oh, you're just... blink off with your head. Oh, even the horse died. The horse has decided to die as well. Thank you, little beautiful little... look at them. He did such a good job. My little fireworm. Such a good little worm. Worms. Well, I'm going to do worms later this week. Anyway, I saw an opportunity for hijinks. I took it. You know, when you see the opportunity to use Flame Breath, which, yeah, if anyone's wondering how it kills Stormcloaks in one hit, I buffed the damage on it. It is a double-edged sword. Some Augur, I believe, use that particular version of the shout, and the Draman, I think, also occasionally use it. So, yeah, when they hit you with it, it hurts like hell. But, let's face it, it's fire. You've usually got like 50% or more fire resistance. Gold! We must mine. The rule is you see good ore, you mine it. I don't care if you know you're using that good ore, but you mine it. I have yet to come across any containers. It's annoying. I possibly might come into some giant's glue if we ever get there. Because short goes as the crow flies. A crow that's distracted by flowers. And giant camps. Ooh, giant. Speaking of giant camp, actual giant. Hello, giant. I am going to bonk you in the knees. And I'm going to hack you in your knees. Citrine! I'm sure I've got some citrine, but I take your tote. Ugh. Shitty gear! Really shitty gear. I'm not my Khajiit thief who... she doesn't shout, so if I press the shout button, she just sort of flops over, which, granted, is hilarious. I might demonstrate that on stream one day, because it was particularly strange. I don't know what bug it was, but she would just sort of flop over, which was always quite funny. You know, doing a pratfall on command is always funny. Right, we must have been through here recently. Possibly very last stream, and the stream before. And the stream before that. Oh god! Order bear! Rift and Mafia Children's Division. Northern Children Division. Question is, where's Mama Bear? You don't see bear cubs on their own without Mama Bears. But then again, Mama Bear might have died a long time ago and those cubs just never got engaged. Who knows? Oh, hello, Talscar.
Smell that fresh air?
Yes! I smell burning skeever and a hint of dead bear. I'm not sure I'll call that fresh air. But... oh my gosh, how many bears? You know you've got to kill it. You've got to bludgeon it to death with the bottom of your axe. More bears. I mean, I've not even made it into the rift yet and I've already been assaulted by bears. There goes the crow flies. Distracted only by flowers and creatures to kill. Because that is the way the shark moves. Sharks do not move in a normal way. Sharks do. Sharks do not. Ooh, berries. Already harvested. Must have been through here recently. Log tree, run away! I don't know why, but that particular tree, I think does that a lot. Ouch. Rule. Is it the rare and elusive elder troll? No, it is merely just a troll. It is now a dead troll. It'll now go for a roll. Oh no! Mature troll! I killed the little one and the big one showed up. I will harvest your fat. I mean, the question with troll fat is how do you harvest it? Do you scrape it off with a knife? Or do you scrape it off with the bowl? Oh no, ice rave ambush. I wonder how many people actually died to an ice rave. Like actual people, not you know, NPCs, but actual people. I mean, I guess if you're playing pure archer, have fun hitting them. Or you're playing pure ice mage. Gods, why? Seriously, why would you ever play ice mage? It's such a useless element in Skyrim. But it's quite a useless element in a lot of games, to be fair. It's always kind of the worst element, typically. I mean, I'm trying... like, I know it's Final Fantasy VII, I know it's particularly useless in. Because, again, like Skyrim, loads of NPCs resist it. You know, more NPCs resist it than any other element. So you're better off using pretty much any other element. But that tends to be the problem with ice, is it's, you know, it's ice. Quite a few things naturally will resist ice. Even without having to be in a fantasy world. I am harvesting your potatoes until some leeks. Which haven't respawned apparently, which does beg a question, does this farm ever respawn? Do I even own this one? Yes, I do. Lorea's farm, and I'm pretty sure I made them help Cicero, because otherwise, well, if you don't make them help Cicero and you do that quest, Cicero has them killed. Or, knowing Cicero, probably does it himself. Because the loony jester. Yeah, it's, yeah, if you want to preserve the Lorea's family, help Cicero. Just help him. I mean, the reason for not helping him is he's smuggling contraband. Which he isn't. He legitimately is transporting the corpse of a woman. Of a mother. Just not his mother, although he probably loves the Night Mother more than he loves his own mother, so you could argue it possibly is the case. What the f... You know, there's things that I don't see very often, and two gargoyles going for a synchronized wander is not one of them. Look at them! We are what you get us as one. Yes, I will kill you. Not as one, because you're too strong for that. Honk. Honk. Back break. You don't really see gargoyles very often. Like, I have random encounters, even with my random encounter mod, they are not a common random encounter, even at night. I mean, vampires I think are the most common at night one. And again, a lot of those are vanilla encounters. I don't know if Dremora are daytime only or nighttime only, but well, we see the occasional crappy group of Dremora failing away. Either I will take your tail. Silver. Markov's supposed to be one rich in silver, and yet right underneath Whiterun there's a bit of, clearly some silver. Who knew? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Silver Hand. I'll take your Amulet of Stendar and your money. You suck. Oh, your Nordic card stuff is actually worth money though. You have surprisingly nice dosh. Where is this other corpse? Oh, I don't know. I'm not playing Search the Corpse. Oh, they actually killed a werewolf Brutemaster. I thought Brutemasters were. The name implies it's a high level one. Clearly not if 4 Silver Hand could take it down with barely any barely any damage. That's a very weird grass. I'll go on this side of the river. It's more interesting. We don't usually go through the wilderness in the middle of the night. Ah! Skyrim has restored its equilibrium. The wolves are here. Everything is back to being normal. Because it would not be Skyrim without wolves. I mean, bears are omnipresent, but they're not quite as omnipresent as wolves. Wait a second. Now Valtime's further along. I was gonna say, where's Valtime? And it's like, nah, Valtime's further along. And we're gonna stay on this side of the river, be interesting. Oh no. I hear wolves. Still 2 skeevers though. Still a good job. And it's run off. It's smart, that wolf. Doesn't want to pick a fight with Shork. It can smell the blood of its brethren on this axe. Right, we're going to. That's not so. There we go. I'm getting out of here. No. No, I'm going to kill your Atronach and then run away before it explodes. Nice wizard. No, come back here, you. Back here. What the Why is there a dead chicken in there? Who killed the chicken? Who killed that little chicken? Was it these mages? Did they sense its sinister intentions? Who knows? I mean, I didn't even know there was a chicken in that camp, so... Or was that a corpse that had died a long time? Oh. I know Pygmy Hill Trolls are tiny, but... That is particularly tiny. Even by Pygmy Troll standards, that is tiny. Right, we move on. The knee-high troll. You hear about ankle biters? Well, that's an ankle clubber. It eats your shins and your ankle. Oh, you just see the irresistible targets of abandonment. Punk. I don't care. I'm only taking one out on guard duty. I'm not going to try and go for a moving one. Uh-oh. Ski Bear! I think Hero killed it. Right, we have come down the river. We're coming down the side of the river, approaching an giant camp, where apparently only the top bits of the fire are modified. The rest are not. I am not that stupid. I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. Splat. Whee! Splat. Splash. Better a splash than splat. I have a feeling we've been through this giant camp recently too. You know, I have a feeling I've been through most of Skyrim recently. But, you know, the weather isn't like... Oops, Arr! There be cheese here! And potatoes! And a dead black alchemist who wears black mage robes, so technically he is a black mage. I will harvest this cow's beef. I will leave its hide. Now, will we find hair? No, that's fox. I want neither hair nor hide. Well, I guess it is neither hair nor hide we are finding. Because I'm not picking the hide up, and we're not finding any hairs. This is safe to shimmy. Oh god, is that another bear? It is another bloody bear, isn't it? I sense it. I see it. Which mill is it? I'm just checking the name of the mill. Mixed water. The giants haven't come back, but the bloody bears have. Told you the bears have returned. Bears are everywhere, I tell you. Where? Bear. Where bear? Is Minotaur bear? Bears. Where? Minotaur bears? No. They're just bears. Where bears? Everywhere. Everywhere bears. You know, just everywhere bears. That's what they are. You know what? Do I do something stupid? I'm going past the dragon. I'm going past Derpy's Mountain, no less. Do I? I think Derpy came out. No, Derpy's there. Because Derpy's Mountain is appropriately named for the way the dragon would used to, in the old versions of Skyrim, at least PS3, and even early PC versions, the dragon was, instead of landing, it would like to fly off backwards over those mountains. I am going to dragon range you. Bonk. Goblins and hag ravens. What an odd combination. Right, this dragon is now landing. Hag ravens, brigands, goblins. There are some strange fights going on here. Ow. You know, I'm going to let this eclectic army of nature. Ow! What's hitting me? Okay, this dark dragon is slowly whittling its way through their army. Oh good, I can get Tufa with them now. They ain't landing anytime soon. Yeah, I think the dragons have successfully killed the army. Oh no, the hag raven and the spriggan and a goblin are still fighting back. Ow, that really hurt. I mean, it missed her. Okay, the dark one is not going to land anytime soon, so just got to keep the dragoness down now. So dark dragon dead. She can't hit me at this range. It's fine because dragons just do not work against hills. Right. Keep her ass grounded. I don't think I can actually hurt her enough, so you know what that means. I'm not going into melee range with a dragoness, that's just stupid. So I will use the power of magics. Because she can't hit me because of a gentle slope. Yeah, dragons do not like unlevel ground. It's just one of those things. There's a dead spriggan. There's a goblin. There's the dead hag raven. Where's the dead goblins though? Right, that's the second one. I will have to mark those as killed. The second one. It is Derpy's Mound. I think I killed her the most somehow. You know, 11 times rather than like everything else. There are times when you do question why I come through this route very often, but I guess where Derpy's Mound is possibly the most common route to go through, so you know, I'm gonna go up that mountain. Ooh. Bug. Oh, bug maker, make me a bug. There we go. The bug maker has made me a bug. And it's made another bug! It's made my tail go all erect. Very strange bug, that. I think it's to do with certain combat animations. But, yeah, sometimes my tail just goes erect, and it's weird. I know the Argonians do it, the Khajiit do it. It is just a beast race thing, but for some reason, sometimes the tails just go erect. This stuff respawns way too quickly. I think it's because it's a non-cleared cell, so, you know, a non-clearable location set. Also, everything here respawns really stupidly quick. So there's just a load of, like, random enchanted gear. Oh no. Oh no! The Skelly Men! They're coming! We were scared. Why were we scared of Skellies again? We're supposed to be scared of them, and I don't know why, because they're kind of hopeless. Taking some moonstones. So I can trade them for an illusion of... No, sorry, it's an vision of some moonstones. I want to trade them... No, it's an illusion of some moonstones. I want to trade for a vision of a hypnomatic part. And I'll pay you rest and cold hard bullets. Alright, we'll just grab these flowers and we didn't see this big sheer cliff. And go round it. This qualifies as going round it. Because it's no longer sheer. Oh, we must climb and climb. Chalk must climb a bit more. Nah, that's too big. Yeah, I accept that is not climbable. That is very much sheer. This bit on the other hand. Nah, still too sheer. This bit's a bit too sheer for its own good. Up we go. Yep, we've skipped some of the cliff. I mean, I know there's a ramp there anyway, but I don't care. Chalk must climb. Quicksilver's still silver. It's just quick. Uh-oh. All Guardian. It'll take you more ore. I always liked an All Guardian, they give you more ore. Again, I believe you can turn that off in immersive creatures, but I kind of like that mechanic. Much like the Skelly Revival, I kind of like that. And even if it does give me mummy flashbacks. God, that mummy revived itself 3 times. I'm pretty sure I was running out of repair powder at that point. But no, the goddamn mummy kept reviving. Repair powder? What is this mysterious substance, you ask? Well, it's a powder you stick on your weapons and it repairs them. Ugh, iron. Not worth it. Where'd you find repair powder? Well, in a land with dark clouds. Yeah, it's an old-ass RPG for PS2. A bit... First one was a bit jank. Okay, very jank. The combat was particularly janky. I don't know if just the emulator made it worse, because I did genuinely wonder how far I could get. You know, how we managed to actually reach the final boss, which is a cheap piece of shit. But, yeah, and the inventory system is abominable. It's a slot-based system, and every single item of which you will need. You have about 20 to 60, I think, total inventory slots. Or does it go up to 120? Regardless, the inventory is... Or is it 60 that goes up to 120? Regardless, the inventory is absolutely microscopic. And when you've got to carry... Well, you'll ideally want healing items. So, that would be the premium chicken that had a big bone sticking out of it and didn't look like chicken at all. Yeah, the icon for the premium chicken looked nothing like chicken. Or you could have cheese and bread, which were the lower grades one. You needed water to replenish your water, because thirst was a problem in the first one. They wisely got rid of that annoying mechanic in the second one, which is called Dark Cloud 2 if you're in America, or Dark Chronicle the rest of the world. Which is technically a prequel, it's weird. Yeah, time is a thing in that series. It's... Yeah, I mean, I hate temporal mechanics, move on. And then you also needed repair powder. which, you know, I don't know if non-Naroknia is the weak. Ow, you hit like a truck girl. Ow. But, going back to it, you needed repair powder, which clogged up half your inventory, but for the vinyl, you also needed substitute powder for if your character died, because you needed, again, the sequel fixed that, you didn't need that anymore. That was it, stand-in powder is what it was called, to swap to another character if you died. You needed... Ideally, you probably want some resurrection powder, because, well, occasionally you would run into a door that only one character could unlock, and yeah, if they were dead, you couldn't get through that door. And if the dungeon floor key or the dungeon floor door was the other side of that door, you were fucked. You basically had to leave and come back, which was really annoying, because the dungeons were all randomly generated. It was actually quite a good system. Again, it improved. The sequel improved the dungeon generation quite a lot. The dungeons look a lot better into. I mean, chests are in random rotations into. In one, they're all in the exact same rotation, so the back of them always faces the same way, which is a bit weird. But, you know, it was a good system, especially considering it was like a launch-era PS2 game. Because I remember playing the crap out of the demo, which was actually very cleverly done. The demo for Dark Cloud was on the original PS2 demo disc, and it was very cleverly locked off, in that it was completely the first, you got the first half of the first dungeon and town. But the way it locked you off is that there was a specific item you had to get, specifically the cat, I believe, for your Atla, from the Atla, which were big balls that you opened up, that you stuck your hand on and they cracked open in halves. They looked kind of like a yellow and red yin-yang symbol. They were a bit weird. Again, Harry King would explain all of this to you, it'll be fine. But you would open that up, and then you needed a cat to stick in one of the houses, specifically Player's house, whose default name was Tone, but yeah, Tone is awful name. It didn't really work. But you basically had to have that, but that item did not spawn in the demo, so you were locked in that halfway point of the first dungeon, which was actually a really clever way of doing it. But otherwise, you had like free reign to do everything. It's a very good demo. I can't remember if the save was compatible with the actual game or not, or whether the whole cat being missing thing. But you could also kind of soft lock yourself if you managed to, like, some of the common items shared between houses, such as the barrels. If you locked them into another house, I think you could potentially soft lock yourself. It was a bit of an odd one. You would kind of have to try, because, it kind of hinted at you to sort of do your house first, but I think you could soft lock. And there was a bit of a cheat where, until you basically rebuild the merchant, and you had to you could get free shit from the local mayor, who was the only survivor of the Dark Genie's attack. Again, if you know what I'm talking about, you'll know exactly what I mean when I say Dark Genie, and I mean big fat purple thing. Which returns as a cameo super boss at the end of Dark Cloud 2, which I think is funny. Complete with the music from the original game as the boss music, which is great. I love it. Comedy boss fight. But it's one of those, it's a fun way to end it, but, you could abuse free shit from the mayor, but eventually you simply wanted more healing items than he would provide, because he would only provide the same basic selection of items each time. Very good for getting certain things, like the substitute powder he was very good for. He gave you the stand-in powder, which made him uniquely useful. But... Ow. Wow, that's big ass. But as soon as you built the merchant, you had to start paying for your own shit, which, got a bit painful, because money was painfully limited in that game. And if you died, and didn't have stand-in powder and another character to swap to, or basically if you died, the penalty was you lost half your money. You could prevent money loss by buying gold bullion, which sold for the same price you bought it for, but good luck storing too much of that. Because, again, it took up your valuable inventory space, and it also took up valuable bank space. Because banks existed to stick your items in. Dark 2's inventory system is, you would, unless you were, like, hoarding religiously, you would probably never run in, your inventory cap felt reasonable. It didn't feel like it was restrictive. Ooh, booty crate. I think that's on the way out, though. Yeah, I think that's the way. It would. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been through here for a very long time. I mean, yeah, Spooders. The Spooder will die. The Spooder will die. The Spooders will die. Spooder will die. Spooder will die. Spooder will die. You gotta kill the Spooders. But, yeah, there was some... It was a weird series. But I love it. It was one of those games I really would... And it still... I mean, the second one, at least, still holds up. They did a PS4 port. Not an emulator. No, straight up port of them both. And I think the second one, at least, still holds up pretty well. The first one can be a bit clunky at times. And the weapon breaking... If your weapon broke in one, it was gone forever. Which was really obnoxious, especially considering how long it took to grind the things up. If your weapon broke in two, it just simply didn't do any damage until you repaired it. It didn't disappear, so as a result, leveling weapons was much easier in 2. Well, it was, I think, generally a bit... If you understood the system in 1, you could level faster, I think. But you also had to level 6 characters worth of weapons, while in 2 you only had to level 2 characters worth of weapons, but each character had 2 weapons in 2. Because each character in 2 was sort of a mix of 2 characters from 1. So in 1 you had 6 characters. You had Tone, who was your default sword guy, who was also a complete mute. There was no voice acting in 1. 2 had voice acting, 1 didn't. But Tone, I seem to recall, never had any lines. All the other characters had at least 1 line, but Tone didn't. So he was just he was swords and daggers. Started off with dagger, upgraded to sword. Sword was just kind of better. Dagger was very short range and not very good. But there was... Then you had Zhao, who was a cat girl. And when I say cat girl, I mean human with cat ears and tail. Who legitimately was spawned via magic from a cat. So, yeah. Who had slingshots, which were the most broken weapon in the game. The slingshots were... And they knew they were broken because most bosses heavily resisted them. Because they were relatively fast-firing and did decent per-hit damage. That was pretty much click the button, fire. They were very, very good. There was also a talking slingshot called Steve. Who made back to us comments about enemies. Yeah, I did say this was a strange series. Then there was Goro, who was useless. He was supposed to be big one-hit damage hammer user. The problem was, yes, his damage started off decent, but very, very quickly tailed off. His attack cycle was insanely slow. In that his attack was basically that. That was basically his whole attack was Big Bash. That's all he could do. Even his charge attack, which was a spinning slash, that wasn't much better. So as a result, he tended to be underpowered and really just absolutely miserable to play as. He was really he was not very. He was awkward and weak. He really tailed off very quickly, which was a problem when he had lowest swing rate by quite a margin, and it sort of locked him in place, which made him quite easy to get hit with. Then you got Ruby, who was a genie. She was straight up a genie, and she had magic, which was a ranged weapon, you basically magic braces, and you basically charged up and fired off. Bit like a fireball in Skyrim. You know, you charge it up and fire it off. You know, it was effective. If she was the strongest ranged character, her per hit damage was actually she was one of the 2 strongest characters, the other one being Tone. Because her weapons went up to pretty stupid levels with full elemental damage. She was one of 2 characters who basically you'd use to kill the final boss, with the other one being Tone. But she was a bit. She sort of locked herself in place while charging, so she was always a bit vulnerable. But you know, still pretty good. But then you had Ungaga, who had a big stick. He would do pretty good. He had very good melee range. His poles usually had enough of reach to bonk people outside of being bonked yourself. So he was surprisingly good for combat, and his damage output was decent because he hit relatively quick. He was a relatively quick hitter with okay overall per hit damage. His downside was, holy fuck, those poles were fragile. And his special attack to go through doors, 8 weapon HP like there was no tomorrow. So as a result, he was very much at risk of breaking a weapon at any given moment. It was actually quite annoying because his weapons were so squishy. And then finally, you got the final character, Osmond, who is, wait for it, a space rabbit. I am not kidding. He was a moon person, and moon people in Dark Cloud are rabbit people. They're rabbit folk. I prefer Dark Cloud 2 designs, but yeah, you never see Osmond's face anyway, and yeah, Osmond shows up in 2 as well. Because they live a very long time to the moon rabbits.
Greetings, sister. The finest
But-
skooma, the sweetest moon sugar. No need to get so hostile. Just
Yeah,
take
but the thing is, and he used guns. The problem was, the guns were at very, very low maximum damage caps. The plus side was his basic default weapon, which could ever disappear. They never actually. The thing with the default weapons is they never broke. If they broke, they'd just do 1 damage. Now his default weapon was a machine gun, which had about 20 to 25 shots in it, so he could backpedal while firing at full speed. He was. Well, let's just say that if you were ever in trouble and you had to take the patience of a saint, Osmond would let you cheese through pretty much pretty much any dungeon you could cheese your way through with Osmond with a broken weapon if you really needed to. He was a bit game breaking in that aspect. And yeah, he flew around on a helipad. Because legs are for losers, apparently. Don't worry, he does strange stuff in 2 as well. He's not a playable character in 2, but he's very much still there. He makes a time-travelling train, we'll just forget it. And yes, I did say the word time-travelling train. That flies. Just think, and is a fashion disaster. Just roll with it. Then you got 2. So you have 2 characters in 2. You have Max, and you got Monica. Max is notionally a combination of Goro and Osmond. Except he's kind of better than Goro because his combos actually work. Like, he has hammers and wrenches as a weapon. Like, when I say wrenches, I mean, like, the comedy giant wrench mentality. Like, the trucker's wrench sort of thing. Oh dear. Dragoness. I'm just gonna plonk down a dragon wrench on her fat ass so she doesn't kill me. Because I remembered what happened last time I fought her. But Max actually works well as Goro, but he's definitely the inferior character. The guns have a weird case where the basic bullet gun turns into a machine gun, which just doesn't do enough damage to be worthwhile at a certain point. You got the bazookas, which do decent damage, and they rarely ever miss. They home. But the problem with the bazookas is they kind of have the problem of their damage does cap relatively low. They don't, by the time you hit the optional bonus dungeon, they really are lacking in firepower. Then you got lasers, which is the same things Osmond had, but he had lasers as well, which were stronger per hit weapons, but Max's lasers go up to a much higher damage output and are some of the strongest per shot weapons. There's also, and then there's Monica, who is a mix of Tone and Ruby, but she's kind of better than both. Like, her swordsmanship is better than Tone's by quite a margin, and, well, her magic is better than Ruby's because she can spam it much faster, she can charge it faster, and she can do a slight, sort of like a really slow shuffle while charging as well, which, again, she's just better. Monica is an absolute unit. But they know that, and for story reasons, she is taken away for the first few stages of the bonus dungeon. Which means that you have to do it with just Max. The bonus dungeon hits like a truck. However, it's not really a problem because Max has something called the Ride Pod, which is also called Steve. Apparently Steve is a running gag name in the series, I don't know why. But the Ride Pod is... It's one of those things that it is grotesquely overpowered early on, and if you can sort of figure out the invention system to keep it updated, it stays overpowered until you hit the bonus dungeon, at which point its complete lack of elemental damages just completely cripples it. It simply can't compete, and it becomes... It's still tankier than normal, but it does become a bit underpowered. Even like the very best weapons for it, the Solar Cannon Mark IV, even that starts dropping off. It's just not worth it at that point. I think the damage, the enemy health in the bonus dungeon got a bit silly. You know, you basically need specific weapons for it to do anything. But, you know, the Ride Pod was unique in that it allowed you to have a second health bar for Max. Now, healing items for it existed in the form of fuel. Now, fuel notionally could only be bought from the guy who invented the Ride Pod and also ran your train. Yeah, the train is a crucial plot. It's how you get around the world as this big fancy dragon-headed train. It's fancy. Which does temporarily get replaced with the weird time-travelling fashion disaster train, but, you know, it is what it is, as we head our way back to Solitude on this unashamed mission of panning. But, you know, you had that... Oh yeah, it can't be picked. Golden Glow is always locked off. But, you know, but you can also find Ride Pod fuel in, you guessed it, random rocks and boxes that you found lying around the dungeon, which you use to throw at enemies to stun them. We'll go around that. Whenever I see like a unloaded slab of water, my habit is avoid that cell because something's gone wrong in it. Probably don't go in it. But you know, Outcloud is definitely a game I enjoyed. Although I think there is one thing I would say the first one did better than the second one, and that's the towns. Who has a more free town building system? The Diorama system, as it's called, is technically better, but they always feel dead because the NPCs never go out for a waddle. While in the first one, because the NPCs were set not only to their houses but to their town, you could only put their house in their town. You did end up with a case where am I going? Solitude. But you did end up with a case where the NPCs at certain times of the day would go for a wander around town, usually sticking to the roads you'd put down. So it was quite nice. While in 2, because the NPCs weren't set to a town, I mean, certain ones had to go in certain towns for completion reasons, but they weren't set, so they stayed in their houses all the time, which did feel a bit lifeless. It was the one downgrade, I'd say, over the system. But otherwise, 2 was, I think, better in pretty much every way. And the final boss wasn't an ultra cheap piece of shit that required you to use something called Stamina Drink, which basically doubled your damage and halved your incoming damage. You basically had to do that on the final boss in 1, otherwise you would just get one shot. It was paired with a cripplingly limited inventory space. The final and just generally dodgy hit detection. Because the hit detection in 1 was Underdark, and the final boss was abominable. It was awful. It was so bad. You know, I mean, I remember getting to it as a kid, but never did beat it. Because, again, didn't know the salmon drink trick, so it was just one-shotting me. And it was like, yeah, there's a bit of a cheap fight. But, you know, it is what it is. I like that series. It's a series I think deserves a remaster, but 2... I mean, they're both on PS4, which technically also means PS5, because PS5 is backwards compatible fully with the PS4, so... You know, if something's PS4 capable, it's also PS5 capable. So, you know, it is playable on modern hardware, thankfully, and it does have trophy support, although you will go mad trying to get all the trophies, because one of them, in 2, requires you to get a medal on every single dungeon level, which is maddening. And also permanently missable if you forget to do the Moonflower Palaces, which is technically the last dungeon before post-game. Now, the thing with the Moonflower Palaces, all of its medals are considerably easier than any other dungeon, I've noticed. Although the monster transformation... actually, no, I don't think it has any monster transformation ones now. Or if it... Or did it? I don't know. But, oh yeah, I forgot about monster transformation. Monster transformation is something Monica can do. There is only 2... It is usually way too weak to bother with. It's more a stealth mechanic than it is where you can basically go past monsters of the same type and talk to them. And the amount of fucking dialogue lines in that system is incredible, because not only does each bloody dungeon have its own set of lines, which are extensive, that if you basically go through a dungeon talking to every NPC, you will hear a different line. But you will also, for every different creature type within that type, it's one of those things that's like, the amount of lines in that system are ridiculous. You might hear the odd repeat, but you very rarely do. There's a stupid amount of lines. But the only decent one is the Gemron, which is a little baby dragon, like tiny little dragon that sort of clamps around a giant circular, like spherical gem, which the damage output is actually one of the better monster transformation damage outputs, and also stun locks like crazy. The other one is a sort of Lamia-like creature, you know, a sort of hybrid between a Gorgon and a Lamia. So it's a Lamian life form. It's got a humanoid upper body and a snake butt, so it's a Lamian, which you have to get from the Spider Lady track, which... Apparently that one also, if you level it up and specifically don't go down the Spider Lady route and pick the Lamia route, you end up with something that actually can compete with the Gemron, but otherwise they're all complete trash for actual firepower. But, you know, and that unfortunately doesn't have a separate health bar. It also has a timer, so you can't be in it permanently. It levels up so goddamn slowly, and it is just painful. The monster transformation is a neat idea, badly utilised. Simply put, they're just too weak. They're just too weak to do anything. Like, basically a monster transformation level, like, medal will force you to use it, but what you need to basically do is, you run around as regular Monica, transform into your Gemron only to engage, because you have to damage and kill exclusively with it. So you can't even, like, just get the killing blow with it. No, you have to actually kill with it. You have to do all the damage with it, which is really obnoxious, but what you have to do, basically, is just spam Stunlock spam. Because the Gemron will easily do that. And if it's against other Gemrons, which are probably the biggest threat to you because they just spam magic from a distance, it doesn't matter because they won't fight back until they're enraged. But at which point you should have got them into a Stunlock cycle anyway. So, it's just... What the... right, I was going to say, what the hell is the Dragon Shadow doing around here? And then I remembered, oh yeah, it's probably Odavine's fat ass flying around, or one of her friends. all on top of the mountain. Oh no, it's fun to bit the dust, or rock dust, as it were. You kind of is that it's food? Yes, but yeah, I love the Dark Cloud series. It's a game I played a lot when I was growing up, and I do still love it. It's one of those things that it will always be in my heart, and I have replayed it 2 recently, and it's I really enjoyed it. It was one of those. Well, recently as in like 2 years ago now, but that's recently to me. Was it a year ago? Regardless, it was a couple. It was not too long ago. But really good games. Try them, check them out. Probably never stream them because, well, I know the first one doesn't emulate particularly well, and I don't know. Maybe I will stream them at some point in the future. I don't know. Maybe I will. Let's hit his basket. See what's underneath it. Strongbox. Ah, it's empty. So well hid. So well hidden. But yeah, it also is. Whenever I think of a mimic, like a mimic as an enemy, chest-based enemy, the one I always think of is the Dark Cloud mimic with its purple tongue, one eye, and distinct look. Despite the fact that the chests in each dungeon would change, and as a result, the mimics would change. What's Buddha's today? Maybe I finally thinned the bear horde. No, I still fought way too many bears. I've never thinned that horde down. But yeah, there was. Oh yeah, one last thing about Dark Cloud 1. The post-game bonus dungeon only exists in the non-Japanese versions. Just 100 floors, loaded health enemies, and it only changes up every, I think, 10 or 20 floors, what enemies you get. It's tedious beyond belief. It is absolutely soul-crushingly tedious. Every other dungeon, you'll probably go around at each floor, killing every enemy. The Demon Shaft, which is a big tower, just don't. You will, basically, you kill enemies until you find a gate key, and then you leave. You do not want to spend any longer there, because you will go mad with the boredom. It's not a fun endeavour. The Zelmite Mines, which is a post-game dungeon in 2, is only about 25 floors deep. The enemies change up every few floors, and are generally much more fun. Although it does start wearing out its welcome by the end of it, as the enemy balance does get a bit questionable. Come on. Oh, you actually survived! You actually survived, you asshole! Fine, I'll send you off the cliff in the traditional way. Fine. But yeah, there's now might start wearing out the welcome as the enemies just get. They're just a bit too tanky and overpowered for their own good. If they were a little less tanky, they wouldn't be so much of a problem. Also, for reference, Dark Cloud 2, or Dark Chronicle as it was to me, but Dark Cloud 2 is the easiest to say because it makes it clear as it's the sequel. It was the first game where I experienced the evil clowns. Because your first enemies are clowns. Led by an evil clown called Flotsam. Who, predictably, can't stay dead. He shows up in the Zelmite Mines as a super boss. As your first boss in there, and it's like, bastard couldn't stay dead. And it's like, he just can't stay dead because evil clown. I'm not going to spoil how he comes back, but he comes back. After blowing himself up. Because he tries to blow up your train. After attacking it in a fancy attack buggy that has like a machine gun on it, while wearing shades, because why not? Again, he tries to kill your train. Then he tries to suicide bomb. You beat his buggy up, so he decides he's going to come wearing a dynamite vest. Monica saves your ass, and then he dies. And then he just comes back in the... You think, oh, he's long dead, he's not going to come back. No, he comes back in the post-game dungeon, which is fully canon. Yeah. The post-game dungeon is fully canon, so you know, it sort of expands it. It's one of those things that's just you need to if you can get along with the combat in it, you'll enjoy it. If you can't, you won't.
I hope you're not planning to attack me again.
I didn't attack you last time. You let me go. You let me go as a werebeast. But yeah, I don't know why I went on a big rambling rant about ramble about Dark Cloud, but there we go. This is what happens on these streams when I'm padding them out. Because it is unashamed padding at this point. I am just padding these out to 100 for that nice round number. And yeah, I mean, I padded the I didn't pad out the original Skyrim non-special edition streams out. I sort of suffered through all the crashes to take them to 56, just because that's a meaningful number. Why is 56 a meaningful number? Well, it's like 47 is Star Trek. 56 to me is 47 to Star Trek. In that, it's a pretty meaningless number that just comes up everywhere. You know, it started... You know, in Star Trek, I believe the 47 started as a Devin joke where it came in because someone was like... You know, book the 47 club or something, like one of the writers went to, and it just sort of spiraled from there to become like the all-encompassing number that inflicts everything. Oh god, how many wolves? How many wolves? I hear more wolves. Oh, it's dead before it even reached me. Frozen in its tracks. Right. Towards solitude. Ew. Apparently skeevers and spooders can get along. Ew. Oh, ew. Abomination near Whiterun. But, yeah. 56 is just one of those numbers for me. But, you know, it was one of those things I put up with... It was very much I put up with non-special edition for that long because it was disgustingly unstable. Nice doggy. Oh, it's a wolf! Apparently, wolves don't like being petted on the bum. Don't give them a pat on the bum, they don't like it. Oh no. An elk skull. Shall we pop into the White Run for... I said, shall we pop into the White Run for some butterflies? Yes. Yowish. 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 I haven't been around here for a while because clearly there are flowers everywhere. Let's go a really unusual way. Let's go sort of, like, towards this way. Take a different route back to Solitude. See if we can't find another quest. I'm tempted to just to give myself all the wheels of all stuff so I don't get those things passing up. I can't remember what they're all called, so...
Imperial business. Be on your way.
Imperial business. Be on your way.
I'm a legate! Sovngarde with you. Yes. Here. Have a Daedric sword. You could really... have a Daedric war axe. There you go. Give him a fighting chance. I said a fighting chance. I mean, he's gonna die horribly, but give him a fighting chance. And he's dead. I will take my axe back. Oh well. He had a fighting chance. I gave him the fighting chance. I mean, unless you attack them, that prisoner is never going to get away if you free him. If you free the prisoner, he'll never get away. If you don't free him, kill the guards, he will get away. But he can't fight back. Maybe if you gave him like a special absorbing weapon or something, because he won't equip armor. Oh, that's not that wolf I thought I hit, but okay. Bunny. Did it count towards Bunny slaughtered, though? That completely meaningless statistic. Well, we are going to head through River Wood, apparently. Shall we stop at the most unfriendly inn? Yeah, let's stop at the most unfriendly inn. I mean, Delphine isn't there, so don't feel any murder surges, it's just unfriendly. Right, we must enter the sleeping giant. I have lost my train of thought.
Food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
It means so much to us to have the claw back. Yes. Now I just want to put the whole nest.
Oh, was that when Fengal randomly attacked me?
Good day, friend. Lucan's got a little bit of if you need weapons or armor, see Alvor, the blacksmith. Until next time.
I wonder if maybe we should call a truce with the Stormcloaks. Join forces for just a little while.
I mean, we've already done that. Oh, I do.
Something.
You know what?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the
I'm in the hole.
came by and
I mean, it spawned a giant, so that's something.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Right. I'm going to take you up on that.
Right this way.
Oh no, you give me the scum room, don't you, you asshole. Out of the way, Kira. Get your fat ass out of the way, Kira. Oh, you give me this shitty little... Yes. The reason I'm sleeping is so I can actually get like things respawning. Because, oh god, I need things to respawn. Desperately. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make, you know, for being give me the scum room. I'm demanding 2 nights for my payment.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
No, I'm getting 2 nights sleep in this bed. You aren't gonna move stalk for over 2 days. I have done nothing but sleep in bed for 2 days. Wake up, you lazy bum. Yeah. Move it along. Ugh. Wasn't giving me a hand cream break. Right, so there we go. Is no longer.
Good.
Whoa! Zombies! Zombies! Oh no! Zombies! Oh my god! How many zombies?
Must have scared them off.
How many zombies? I mean, it has been a while since the last zombie attack, but I love how
You've been a good friend.
3 zombies
That means
all in that tiny room. That was.
Still
What do you know, Riverwood lady? Nice enough town, although the inn went really downhill a few years after the Great War when that bitch Delphine took it over. Yep.
You lead, I'll follow.
Got any ale or mead?
Yeah, hello, Piss Pop. You can have some mead. Have it in great quantities. Here you go. There, that's enough to make you red-eyed. Yeah. You're pleasant, aren't you? Here, have some mead. Just shove it down his throat, it's fine. Right, Golden Rock is this way, apparently. Oh, Golden Rock's over there, isn't it? Oh well, it's an excuse to go back. I'll still go for Falkreath Way, but... Zoom, zoom.
Hold! Now cast!
But yeah, that's how it is, life.
Hold!
Why did Short cross the river? To cross to the other side again. The sense of direction is terrible. Ooh. Boing. Boing.
Hold!
Zoom.
Now cast!
But, yeah. Oh, I've lost my train of thought completely. It's gone. Train of thought's left the station, completely reached the other end of the line before I'm catching it again. No chats, there's no subjects of discussion to glean from there. Go past the dead wolf. Head towards Golden Rock.
Hold!
Ooh, missed the flower. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed R. I pressed R instead of E. Because my fat fingers catch things. Of course, it didn't holster well in. Yeah, well, it doesn't holster while you're zooming. Just if you do it at the end of the charge, like that, though. Oh no, a necromancer. Oh, you moved! You asshole, why would you move? There we go. Sometimes I myself am making those stupid shots. Sometimes I just do it because I want to. It might take a few hits, but eventually I'll take that stupid long-range shot and I will make it. Not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Or in my case, because it is stupid. That is the way I do a lot of things. It's not because it is easy or hard, but because it is silly. You gotta bring a little bit of silly into life. Oh no, giants! I am so scared I'm gonna charge him with my axe. Smashy smashy. Hacky. I used to be a giant like you, and I took an axe to the knee. And now it's dead. That was laughably easy. Ooh, Whiterun! To deposit this... There's a cave here?! Why do I always forget this cave exists? Here, giant. I will take your dosh, your soul ring, your coin purse, your knights of the nine. You've been reading this. Good read. I'll take your beef and your hide. I'll rob your hide blind. Oh no, it's only saber cats so you can rob them. Their hide blind. But you've got to take the hide and their eyes. Ooh, what's moving? Down where the white runs white. Until someone has a shit, in which case it runs brown. It becomes brown. Zoom zoom. Rock will straight line it. No rock will hinder me. No cliff will deter me. Rock will straight line it. Except the wall. The only thing that will deter me is the walls of Whiterun itself. Shulk will just run in this perfectly straight line. As the crow flies. No. Oh, that's not a creature. Back where as the crow flies. I am a Shulk. Oh no, the wall's in the way. Oh no, the wall's in the way. Uh-oh, something is attacking me. What's attacking? Oh, it's a mud crab. It's a mud crab. The cows have escaped their pen on account of the pen having... Oh my god, am I witnessing a Skyrim god doing something? Oh my god, I am actually witnessing a Skyrim god doing something. Doesn't matter, because Kira killed it, but I can't get through that wall. I have to go round. Shulk is most disappointed. Zoom zoom. Shulk must hug wall. Because who actually does this? Like, who actually goes around the Whiterun wall? There's nothing up here. You've ever wondered what's up by the Whiterun Wall? The answer? Nothing. I breached a wall by going through the hole in the wall that I'm not supposed to reach from this angle. Let's go up this way. Whee! I said let's go up this way. Where's Boing? Boing? Boing. There we go. Boing. There we go. We've gone through... We'll go through the... Why is this even here? There's nothing in here. Why is this even... I mean, it's good. Like, you'd think there'd be something in that room, the fact that it's got a proper path to reach it. But no. Skyrim is full of mysteries. I guess... Actually, I probably know why. It probably had something to do with Civil War. Like, the Windhelm Bridge is the same. It probably would had stuff in it, and then Civil War shit happened. The Civil War shit was really, really bad for everyone concerned. Oh my god, why is that bit of ground so shiny? Who dropped a load of, like, shiny polish on the ground?
It's a fine day with you around.
Oh, you soldier, I gave you a mammoth tusk, and now you like me.
Damn those great names to him. What's the hurry?
I will buy all these flowers for free, like, because the only cost is the time.
So you can cast a few spells? Am I supposed to be impressed?
Can you? Oh my god, they're hoarding. They've only all just spawned. You know when guards have freshly spawned because they're all just in great clumps. I must tell this to the Jarl of Whiterun steward.
Divines bless you. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Ah, splendid.
No,
The
not...
city has a proud history, and I'm happy to share what I know. The history of Whiterun begins with your Vasker, the Hall of the Companions. For a long time, it was the only...
Because some idiot thought it was a good idea to carry their boat onto a mountain.
A thriving community sprang up around your Vasker, as was common with mead halls. Today, Whiterun is the jewel of Skyrim. I can say without boast that it is the greatest...
I think it is with boast.
That is an old tale, but well known to those of us who serve in the keep. Long ago, there lived a mighty hero of the Nords, Olaf One-Eye. Olaf did battle with a fierce... The struggle between Olaf and the dragon culminated in... Olaf returned in triumph to Whiterun. By his decree, the city's keep was rebuilt as a prison for Numenex. And so, from that time until this, our great keep has been called Dragon's Reach.
Yes.
Or bullshit on that story, but yes.
I am charged with... Powerful men have many enemies. Oh yes, there have been attempts on the Jarl's life. More...
What threat does Jarl say?
Dragons, Stormcloak assassins, ambitious and unscrupulous...
Oh yeah, children are definitely... One of them is definitely evil.
Assaults on his sanity are another matter entirely. Every day he deals with obsequious functionaries and incompetent bureaucrats. Sadly, I'm not allowed to eliminate them. Well, not yet anyway.
Nobody likes politicians. I will take my shite.
I've got a lot of respect for the Restoration School. Can you brew me a
Ale is not a potion, you fool. Well, it seems my tweakies have worked. At the beginning, I mentioned some sort of
Take a look.
tweaks I had made. And I think it is time to reveal what those tweaks were. Ooh, Origin of the Mage's Guild. I don't think I've read that one. I will sell this copper and moonstone circle, ebony helmet, gold ring, Nordic carved armor, grappler, some amulets of Stendar, some beautiful silver shitty rings, some beautiful shitty weapons, no less. But my reveal will be simply that I went into the leveled lists and just sort of got rid of those god-awful fucking fate cards from everything. And not just the fate cards, I also went into Prowler's Prophet and just turned the odds of it down. Because I was sick to death of seeing gems in absolutely fucking everything. Because, oh yeah, Rundy's Dagger's a duplicate, I've got a billion of those, apparently.
Remember, your mind
But, yeah, I basically went into the level list, so Prowler's Prophet, I basically turned... Because I don't
What do you need?
know what the actual leveled list is, because vanilla, the list is set to 100% chance none, which means it can't show up, because it's... The funny thing with Prowler's Prophet is this is always there. I believe the perk doesn't do anything. I believe it's a completely empty perk. But the actual effect is that it sets that chance none to probably about 50%. Or whatever chance it sets to, but then there's always a guaranteed jet. There was 175, 100% chance, 75% chance, 50% chance, and 25% chance gem in each Prowler's Prophet thing. So if Prowler's Prophet showed up, there was guaranteed to be one gem. At least. Often more. As a result, it was just like, it shits out gems everywhere, because when you basically got, I think it's probably about 50% chance, you do end up with just gems out the ass, and it's not... I don't think gems out the ass is a good thing to have. Because, like, even UESP even made specific mention that, like, yeah, you are likely to get... With Prowler's Prophet, you are likely to get more gems than you can actually sell. You get them faster than you can sell them. Which I think is a problem. You know, it is one of those things that I think it is legitimately a problem, so... Yeah, it was one of those... I kind of made it so, like, the odds... I think I kind of halved the odds on each one. So basically, it's got a much lower chance of actually giving me shit. So I won't just be finding gems absolutely everywhere for doing... I'll still find more gems, but it won't be an ungodly amount of gems like it was vanilla. You know what, we're going over the mountain. Or do we go... No, we'll go over the mountain, and that'll take us back to, like, Riverwood, so... And we'll pass by a giant camp going close to it as well, so always a good sign. Although Curiosity did kill a cat, so... I want to see if that chorus has landed here. I'm just curious now. You know, that chorus that pinged through the floor earlier, where did it end up, or has it been cleaned up now? So we're just going to head to this giant camp, make a slight detour, and then head towards... Go to really weird... Which bug? Oh, bug maker, make me a bug. Yeah. Well, don't look like the chorus has landed here. If it lands here, it tends to land on that chest, so... Well, you know what, I'm going to take a nice little campfire here. I'm going to cozy up around the campfire, curl up on a log or something. Or, I don't know, I think there's just enough room to hang like a bat here. You know, just do something really strange, because, you know, Chalk sleeps in mysterious and strange ways. Oh no, Sabercat. Oh my bloody hell! It's a horde! How many Sabercats? I'll pluck your eyes. I'll pluck your teeth. Pulling teeth. Take your pelts. Take your hide so you can't see. No, that wasn't weird. Let's move on. After the mass Sabercat assault. Through the Western Watchtower, which is a curious location in that it doesn't have a map marker until Murmur. Once you've done Murmur, it has a map marker, but until Murmur, it has no map marker. One of, I believe, very few places in Skyrim to do that. Also, am I just witnessing Mudcrab battle, or are they just... No, I'll leave those two Mudcrabs alone, I think they're doing something else. I don't think they're having a battle, I think they're doing something else. I think they're making little mud crabs. Right, there is a giant here. Oh, it's only a regular giant. How boring. Only one? Why are these giant camps so empty? And another giant bites the dust. Oh, that's a proper fight. Yeah, attack Kira, not me. Ow. 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 Big lady hurt. Ow. I will just stun lock you by hacking your knees. Ow. I don't know what level. There's, I believe, 3 Tundra Giantesses? I'm not sure. I can't remember how many I made. But, yeah, that was... Ow. That was definitely a shock is hurt. We'll go this way. I can't be bothered to cross the mountain now. We gotta make it back to Solitude.
Now test.
Zoom, zoom. So, this way we zoom. I want to run into something else. Something else that can threaten me. Oh no. Eva! That ain't gonna threaten anyone. I don't think that threatens anyone at any level. Yeah, there are some things that are so weak that no matter what level, they're always useless. At level 1, I think Skiva is possibly the weakest enemy in the entire game. Because mudcrabs can have a nasty punch, but I am pretty sure that Skivas are one of the weakest, if not the weakest enemies in the entire game. No, I am not counting Elk. Because under normal circumstances, an Elk won't hurt you. Ah, what's that? What is that? Oh, the Dragon Priest. Which actually is there this time. Right, I'm going to sneak. I'm going to be sneaky shocking. Oh no, the Skellies can actually see me. Apparently Skellies have good eyesight. Yeah, for a creature without eyes, they do have very good eyesight. Ow. Get back here, you. Only get. In fact, I have a sneaky suspicion this is a guaranteed Brahmin spawn. I have a sneaky suspicion she's guaranteed to spawn here. You know, I have a sneaky suspicion it's a guarantee. I think that Skelly got back up from the dead. Stop rolling away! Hey, I want to take your boat meal.
Hey, watch it.
Yeah, I do have a feeling that she's a guaranteed spawn here. Oh yeah, I need to read that book I got, which is the Bounty Giant, because I'm gonna read it for book reading points. The Black Art on Trial. Yeah, don't ask why I did before. That's already. Oh, I can't be bothered to read some of this stuff. One day I will actually get around to reading all of this shit. Ooh, treasure map. So, we will go loot that treasure, shall we? Oh no! Skellies! Ow, my ears! That was... are these actually worth anything? No. Oh my, how many... That's why it made such a hideous noise. But I will read that. The dodgy scroll. Breath and smoke from the veil of oblivion, and forced the line dispelled. Awaken the sleepless and quiet princes, and bid their standing servants rise. It is night when frost will burn, when flame will freeze the lamplit lake. When clouds of bats devour clouds of birds, when boils and swords afflict the rich, when a boy with wings doth curse the land, if knowing lies fester on my hand. And such weapons are but whispers in the night, these words form a sentence of blight. But in the day of oblivion is indeed at hand, servants of the dark, obey my command. Sorry, I had to make it better. I made it better. By making it rhyme, I made it better. Yeah, I really need to fix the skelly leveled list so they can't spawn with crossbows. I mean, but they are like the best source of bolts, that's the thing. What I would basically do is give skellies like a unique list of... Right, that's... There we go. But yeah, I made that book better. I wasn't reading it line for line, I was reading it better. I made it rhyme. Close enough. Oh no. Wolves. Oh, to the drug tree, quick! Did that one survive? Yep, that survived. Yep, I made that better. Right, we must smashy. And miss. I love how that mammoth is phasing out of existence for camera reasons. Oh, just die. I was tired of oh, drug tree. Ah! Ooh, I think I'm going mad. I hear this plant calling to me. Yo, what? Do we go into Sleeping Tree Cave? Yeah, let's go into Sleeping Tree Cave. You know, this is just unashamed padding after all. Oh, it's just a regular giant. Oh well. I will hack at your knees, and then you die. Don't stand a chance. Alright, we will hurt us now off. Jesus. Right, we will leave this awful place and never return. Right, we must go to that monument and loot. Monument. Mammoth. Right, mammoth will be about there. Perfect. This is why I love crossbows. Because they go where you tell them to. Oh, why that one made such a fiddle. Oh well. Monument. I mean, I killed the mammoth. So, I'm happy. I got the stupid long-range strike on the mammoth, that's fine. Yeah, I like doing that, because it's silly. You know, being silly is part of the fun of Skyrim. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it dumb? If it's the latter, perfect. Do it. Like bonking a rhino. Which are really tanky for some reason. Or deep. Right, so it was... Looking at the instructions on the map, this must be my treasure sack! Which I've already looted because I think I've got that treasure map a few times, so I think it respawns. But I will loot the flowers anyway. We must head towards the solitude. Make it for our sweetitude. I don't know what an etude is, I just know it's some sort of musical, poetic thing. But, you know, just throw random words together. If it rhymes, it's fine. And if it doesn't rhyme, well, try and make it a slant rhyme. What's a slant rhyme, you ask? It's when something only kind of rhymes. How do we go across Dragon Mountain? Oh, it's just one man and his dog, or one dog and his man, as it were.
I've been hunting in...
What do you got for sale, hunter boy? I will buy your nothing, and I will sell you this magnificent. What am I going to sell you? That's absolutely awful. Here, have a better bow. Have a better bow, my friend. Hey, you hunt better with that thing. Have a proper Nordic bow. Which, let's face it, was some of the better integrated stuff from a DLC in a Bethesda game, because normally DLC ain't integrated, but the Nordic stuff actually was, giant camp, and it's possible it has respawned it. Orc will roll in, hoping to get a good fight. Shulk is looking for a good fight. Orc is running out of quests badly, and the padding is becoming real. Zoom. Any life here? Ooh, flowers. Obviously, third person is not good. Right, any life here? Fucking stones. Okay, I'm gonna ask Talking Stone, is there any life here? Yes, sir. I'm mashing up soul gems. Yeah, no. The Talking Stone says... Put my little ear to the Talking Stone. This is a stone. Where is the talk? That's a Talking Stone there. Right, put my little ears next to it and it says... No, there is no life here. The only life here... Outlook not so good. Yeah, when it asks the Magic 8 Ball and it says outlook not so good, so... We will go over, under, and out. That's what shoot time is all about. Oh, yeah, well, let's go over Dragon's Mound. Let's be stupid. Let's have a proper fight. Let's have Desperation Call and summon something big with a massive fat ass that will eat all our foes, digest their bones, and grow even fatter on our souls. Right. Yes, definitely. Alright, we must... Uh-oh, there's a troll! It's a troll! I missed. I thought it would move, not just pound the ground. No, it was a ground pounder. Come back here! There you go. Stand still, you git. I mean, technically, if you stand still, you simian git. Because they are very simian, the trolls. We must climb this mountain. Everyone knows that climbing mountains is the best way to indulge in the mountain climbing lifestyle of Shork. You know, where's the last place you'd expect to find a Shork, even after a tornado? Oh, on top of a mountain, surely. You know, Shorks are found on top of mountains, aren't they? Mikey Land Shork. Go. Cute little one climb that mountain. And no, there is a surprise at the end of this stream, as I'm going to show you the Khajiit pratfall, if I remember what I called her. Climby, climby. Yes, I'm going to do this the stupid way. No one ever said I was... No one ever said I was smart, did they? This is very, very sheer looking. I will go find someone else a little less sheer. See? Mountain will provide. There, that's my breach. That's a breach point. Oh no, I lost altitudes. I mean, at the end of the day, does it really matter if I summon dragons to fight dragons? But I need to find somewhere relatively flat to slap Alduin's ass, to summon Alduin's fat ass. I'm gonna get bombarded by something big and fat itself. I think that frost troll's bit. Yeah, that frost troll's gone. By frost damage, no less. That was just rubbing it in. Right, I have made it to the top of the mountain, which... Oh my... That... Run away. Ow. That bat! Alduin, get your fat butt out here now. I am really desperate. I need help. I need divine guidance and help. Give me potions, lots of potions. Keep me rolling. Give me potions for the light of day. Oh, you're weak. Oh shit. Every time I hear a catastrophic flop of a dragon landing nearby, I'm scared. And yes, I will consume all my lesser potions before using my ultimate potions. Oh no, I've still got Vigorous, I'm fine. She's not a dragoness, she's fine. But the question is, I don't know which... You know, look for the one with the bigger ass and the bigger tits. That's Alduin. Also, probably not the one attacking me. Yeah, behold, Alduin in his might. Look how much fatter she is, isn't it? Like, that's Alduin's sister. Or daughter, one of the two. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're the daughter of a goddess, you'll be a queen. I mean, it does make the fight very difficult to comprehend. Because identification reasons is look at the wings. You know what? Bend will. You know what? You stop still. I'm gonna bend will you. Yes. Yes, let me ride. This is only gonna be awful. Right. That was not something you do in first person. Oh god. Right, I don't even know where I am anymore. I really should have gone into third person for this. I can't use a crossbow well. Apparently I've just left the Okay, what's going on now is I can't see what's going on. Possibly not a good idea. Land. Just land. I am going to die horribly up here, or what? Right, don't, just land. Yeah, just get me off. No, I'm gonna die horribly. I'm gonna have to... I can't open the menu while it's landing. So I'm just gonna have to... Apparently, landing is... Dragon riding is a really bad idea. Ow. That's not Alduin. Right, I'm pretty sure she's immune to bend will, but... Yeah, I missed anyway, it doesn't matter. I like slide down the mountain. Where is Alduin's fat ass? Where's Alduin when you need her? I'm gonna drag this fight into Morphle at this rate. I think I've got 3 against 1? Or Alduin's got lost. I mean, I am quite a way away from where I parked. Next time she comes at me, I'm going to try and bend will her. Just in case anyone thinks that's a good idea. But obviously, going to eat for a lot of potions, because I am in a terrible, terrible spot for this. But I was kind of hoping to be anywhere but here. I mean, I'm amazed I got put down here, to be fair. You know, given where I am, I'm genuinely amazed that a dragon can land here. You know what? This might be one of those fights where the sensible option would be to run away. And hope that Alduin's fat ass finds a way down to help me. Yeah. Ooh, Moonstone. Yeah, I'm just going to accept that fight as very much lost. I don't know what happened to my Glacial one. I think she's gone. Well, I still see... Yeah, I don't know what happened to Alduin. But we learned a valuable lesson. One, don't try dragon riding in first person. Because with visible first person body, you get forced into it. And second valuable lesson. Dragon riding against a big dragoness, not a good idea. Now, will you ever run into that problem? Probably not. Because dragonesses only really exist in my game. Oh good, look at the guards all standing around being useless.
You're the one cast those illusions. Impressive.
Impressive! Oh god, they are so brain dead. Who are you? Oh, you're Heroncus Metunius. God, she actually goes for a wander. Except my NPCs have a bit more life than a standard Skyrim NPC. In that they actually have a routine that goes beyond wake up, work, sleep. Because that really is the vanilla.
Need something?
Buy my cabbage.
Honest pay for honest.
Buy my potatoes.
Honest pay for honest.
I'm aware of my...
The
They
meal
have
is
already
done.
dealt with my fury.
And that's what I care about. That's all. Understand?
Useless here. Yeah, very Oblivion-esque names of, like, descriptive. Look, there's that little bit of grass. A little bit that isn't covered in grass. Therefore, that's where the crops are. I'll harvest your potatoes. But I will also read your journal. I don't think I've ever been into Dampmud Farm. I will have to break in, but I'm only breaking in to read your journal. Is that weird? Certainly. Does it help with padding? Oh god, yes. Yeah, because at this point, dropping those braces off is gonna... There we go, wiggle, wiggle. Hey, I didn't get seen. Oh good, Kira's caught up to me. Okay, so there's the Amulet of Mara, which has striped horrific. Why it's striping so badly, I don't know. Well, Schultz, okay, get into a stupid voice, and go. Farming awful, sodden, swampy soil has never been easy. But this last year has been extra hard when we beloved Kjolta dying. Our children didn't even come back to Leia to rest, so I've been left here all alone, tending the farm. When it came to kill one of me cows this year, I just couldn't do it. The old skinner on the other side of town refuses to kill nowadays unless in self-defense. Not sure why, maybe it's something to do with fighting in the Great War. And nobody else in town seems skilled enough to kill a cow cleanly. Except for our Argonian pair to build a house on the edge of town. Maybe they will help an old man out. They agree to kill the cow cleanly, in return for its head and its organs. Seemed a fair deal, it's a little edible there, so I agreed. And they did a fair job killing the cow. Not quite as clean as the over Kjolta, but cleaner than the rest of the town would. I don't know what, I think I've given up trying to give him a consistent voice. Another hard year passed by, but I feel that this one will be a little easier, as the blacksmith son Cleptius has given up on trying to be a smith and has taken an interest in farming. I'm more than willing to share my decades of experience and help him out. Not just for the extra pair of hands, but the company too. It was right, an extra pair of hands did make running the farm easier, but I'm still missing Kjolta. I feel for Rogger, I really do. He seems so disconnected from the world after he lost his family in a tragic fire. That lovely Lady Alva hadn't taken him in, I would have done so myself. I know the pain of losing those you love. Yep, there he goes. I don't... Hey, I'm his friend, apparently. I'm his... Potato bread. Again, I like to put the half-fire stuff, just integrate sort of half-fire stuff as well. Cabbage soup, potato soup. I'd take the potato soup, but the cabbage soup is... Professionals have standards, and wow, he's got bland. He's very bland. Yeah, that's done with farm. There, you've had a tour. Now we'll go to the Skinner's house. See what she... that looked like an Alduin. What is she? You know what, I'm just gonna conveniently desummon her fat ass. It just gets rid of Alduin. What the? That's an Alduin. That's not an Alduin. I'm getting out of here. Come back here. Back here, you winged git. Come back. Come back here. Got you. Come back here, you winged git. Because the dragon attacked us. I will. Oh, you. Come back down, you git. No, it's going into stupid and goes into the stupid sink kill. You're gonna die? Yep, there we go. I've not ran a dragon attack for a while. You're a bit refreshing. I've not had that for a while. But you're still alive. Improper summoning. Right, now we can head back into town and talk to the Skinner.
It's really dead then?
Yeah.
All right then.
Right, we go into on the balcony, and oh, she's outside. Perfect. I think she's Arania or something. That struck me as an elven name. Yeah, Anarinu.
Just what you see here.
A very classy voice. I'll buy her skinnings, and she will buy my skinnings in the form of a bag and buns, and also some gems. Apparently, I find these from when I skin things. Right, you will need to take a blue garnet. Fucking fake cards. Scroll through the 130. There's 130 of them. Because there's 10 suits. That's what, you know, saying like I had to scroll through like 130 fake records. It was entirely fucking fake cards. No, I will. You know, it was entirely fake cards. Oh, she's just gonna stare at this wall, isn't she? Oh dear. There's a problem with trying to get into her house to read her journal. When she stares right at you. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Turn
And what might you need,
around. I'm just turning you around so I can break into your house to look at your shit. Because Shork is weird like that. But no, she's got a little more of an interesting... The... Awning Brew, she's got proper taste. I just want to know what's in here. Yeah, sometimes curiosity gets the better of me and I just break into things because why not? Movies! Only I may possess gems. I read The Great War. Probably. Cyrodiilic brandy! What's she doing with that? Ah, Anarini's old journal. Wooden boodles. Let's read the journal. That war was worth it for me. A whole lifetime worth of killing in just a few short years. I will not kill again in self-defense ever again. I'm also migrating. Cyrodiil may have been my home for many decades. I'm not sticking around when those barbarous Falmor decide to invade again. Only got 5 choices though. Irock is too stuck up. Hammerfell wouldn't welcome a Bosmer at this time and probably be the next Falmor target. Morrowind don't choke on the ash and the local and notoriously bad-mannered toward Outlanders. Blackmarsh is safe from invasion, but so inhospitable I would only go there as a last resort. So I guess it's Skyrim. It's cold, but the Nords are not on the Falmor border, and I've heard of a town so desolate even the locals see no reason to go near it. So, after asking around, the general consensus is Skyrim is home to 2 towns with no reason to visit. Winterhold and Morthal. Well, Winterhold seemed cold and remote, but those and Mage's College could make a tempting target for Falmor if they invaded. While Morthal seemed to be devoid of any reason to go to it even during a war, which makes it sound like a perfect place to settle down and live out my life without worrying about wars with the Falmor. I've settled in with an old member of the Legion, Tor. He lost his children in the war and wishes he was still young enough to fight and die instead of them. Despite being a Bosmer, he says I remind him of his eldest daughter and he's happy to have me around so long as I help him out. Been a few years, taken to helping the locals skin any animals they killed for a minimal price to keep me and Tor fed. Tor may be off to Sovngarde soon. He gets more frail by the day. Tor went to Sovngarde last night, leaving both his house and his amulet. His will, and promised to look after both to honour his memory. Exalt. Because again, Skyrim really needed more cases of like the war happened. Skyrim is very lacking in it, but yeah, she is just full of. This is sort of her shop. Notionally, she does sell from inside her house. She also sells from outside her house. But you know, pretty basic stuff. Yeah, I tried to give these towns a little bit of character. Yeah, Morthal. The whole reason to come to Morthal is because you don't want to be bothered. Because let's face it, there's no real reason to come to Morthal. Benor,
A good friend to me.
what is it you doing?
Oh well, they haven't made me a guard, even though I've been asking. So I'll take odd jobs, anything that comes along for now.
Very mercenary. NPCs do like to just get stuck on the end of this bridge, and there's no reason why. The nav mesh is there. The nav mesh is complete. They just like to stand there. I think there's an NPC idle marker there that they like to use. You know what? Have we been in Banzer's house? I don't know. Let's go in there. Wiggle, wiggle. I think we have. I don't think this is respawned, so I think we must have been in here because... Well, actually no, they keep their special meat over here. I mean, this doesn't work if you've got an extra replacer for the human flesh, but otherwise the human flesh is very concealed inside the beef. Yeah, they're not exactly the cleanest pair. And yes, they still have potato bread. Because, let's face it, we ain't growing here, so they would be using potato bread. But is it the famous potato bread? A letter from home. I don't know if we read this one. To Dianiba. We hope you are still doing well up in the frozen swamp of Morphle, and are writing to let you know we are more than happy to have you back if the elves go to war with Tamriel again, in regards to a letter Neba sent. Although your father has insisted that he would like to see at least one of you return with a mate and/or a hatchling, I won't pressure you. I know you two struggle with forming bonds with others. Stay safe out there, me beaver. You know, I like to give them a little bit of character, and I think that plate is meant to be upside down. As in, like, because let's face it, if you want to keep a plate clean, flick it upside down. Some lavender. Ooh, some lavender. What's in your chest? Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle? No. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I'll take that and leave the rest. Sujiva's journal. Let's read Sujiva's. I'm conflicted. Nibanza has finally decided to agree to look for a new home after hearing about a place up in Skyrim called Morphle. That sounds just like Blackmarsh. There are the trees of the heat. To get there and check it out, we have to make an incredibly long trek across Citadel and Skyrim, as our funds are too low to afford passage by ship. Now I see why Nibanza was so reluctant. I think worse the closer we get to the Skyrim border, and why he won't admit it. I know my egg brother is freezing his scales off right now. Hopefully for him it will warm up a bit once we get past Broomer into Skyrim. No, we should probably look for something big with lots of fur to wrap him up warm. Mortal suits as well. The swamps are easily hunted compared to home, and the player is varied and aggressive, which lets us hone our skills without any that stalking nonsense. Locals don't care much for outsiders, but the local Jarl didn't seem to object to us building a house beyond the mill as long as we went and sent some food we caught to him. The bands said we were a bit of luck, you could settle down with just fish, leaving about food for us. There's some big bug thing out in the swamps, so only Banza was finishing off the house. Spits into tingle and did some pretty nasty damage to my furs. Probably was highly poisonous, and hitting it was like hitting plate armor. Also note the correct spelling of armor. I don't care, I am not spelling it the wrong American way. Fallout 4 isn't even consistent with this stuff either. So it's not like the Bethesda games don't do this, because I believe aluminium is referred correctly as aluminium, and also the incorrect American aluminum in Fallout 4, so yeah, go figure. Going to bring it home and suck the meat out and see if Nibanza can figure out what this thing is and whether its iron-like carapace is worth anything. Nibanza did his research and found out what it was, called it Chorus. Currently there are two common above ground, and the Titan is tough enough to make that horrible creatures. The chitin is tough enough that some horrible creatures that live underground use it for weapons and armor. Hope it can be turned into a shield. The design I have is about going to crumble into dust soon. Ibanza came back with a black today with a gift. 2 shields and some gauntlets made from that chorus. Gauntlets fit really well too. Blackfist knows what he's doing. Just a beauty. Not sure I'll hold him in a fight, but can't do any worse than a rusted iron one. Been a boring few years in general. Exactly what we wanted, but now some idiotic Jarl has killed another and declared war on the Empire. He's going all paranoid over it, making some emergency escape plans if the elves decide to strike again. I doubt the war will amount to much either way. Morphle isn't worth the effort. So, a Nord's house burns down, and Soul Survivor moves in with a local slut. Big deal. Diff hamps every day. Don't anyone will rebuild the place though. Nobody wants to settle here, and the locals are too superstitious to rebuild it. Yep. No, I can't remember. Yeah, Nibanza does have a journal. I actually completely forgot he had a journal. Yeah, sometimes I forget my own what I write. Okay. Sujiva's always been begging that we leave Blackmarsh. Don't ask why the paranoid nut has got such a deep voice, just go with it. I don't blame her, but I want to stay somewhere that's like home, which made it difficult. So until some Nords told us a Morphle. But the way he described it sounded perfect, so we're setting off on an expedition to check it out. If it's good, we should just have just enough money to get us on a small house on the outskirts, according to the Nord who said the land was cheap and people would do anything to leave. You get told of how cold Skyrim is. You never actually expect it to be as cold as it is. Thankfully, local animals are hardy and made both good eating, and with some help from a local Nord to skin some of them good wearing. I've never been very good at skinning, and Sujiva tends to hack her prey to chunks. Morphle is perfect. The swamps are welcoming, people don't seem to want to notice us, and the plot of land we got is remote enough to do what we want. Too far from the local tavern. The blacksmith was even very helpful in procuring us some building supplies at a discount. Apparently there's someone who skinned or killed Or assuming Shajiva doesn't chop them up first. The house is built modest place in the local style. And Edward Skinner, a lovely lady named Anarenia, has paid off. We got some fishing equipment set up and things are going well, although Shajiva has brought back some unusual insect recently. Gonna ask around and see what it is. Wasn't much edible in it, but the carapace seems to be as hard as iron. Turns out the thing is called a chorus. Usually resides deep underground and only rarely surface out in swamps around Morefall, they say. Heard stories that mention armor and weapons used by hideous creatures that look an awful lot like a chorus chitin. If it's bring enough to the blacksmith, you can make something out of it. Took a while for him to figure out how to work with the chitin, but he managed to make some gauntlets and a pair of shields. That was best you could manage, as it didn't work like metal, and if we wanted anything better, we should probably see a Dunmer blacksmith, as they're more used to working with chitin. He's a bit nice guy, but seems a bit ignorant to the bad history between us Ogonians and the Dunmer. Been a quiet few years, the fish is still coming in regular enough to pay the yard, and let's keep the good meat to ourselves. That chorus gear is holding up extremely well, even with all the abuse Shajiva gives it. The only working thing is that the yard murdered one up in solitude and declared war on the Empire. I respected his reasoning, but without the Nords, I doubt the Empire could hold back the Ultimate armies. I know Shajiva won't like it, but making backup plans to quickly get back to Blackmarsh should the Ultimate decide to strike while the Empire is weak. Rogar's house burnt down. Sorry, I'm going to restart that one. Rogar's house burned down. My first reaction was it was to do with the war, but why Lumberjack's house and not the Yard Palace next door? So that rules the war out. Why? Clearly not an accident. Lived here too long to be stupid enough to leave something so dry next to their fireplace. And Morphle so damn you could press a burning torch to the walls and it would take several minutes to catch fire. The only clue is the sole survivor, Rogar, who moved in with a suspicious Alva in less than a day. That woman has something to do with it, I'm sure. She flirted with me in a tavern last week and I noticed a familiar hunger in her eyes. If she was that hungry, there are plenty of bandits on the road nobody miss. It's now, if you just make it clear that there is the distinct inference that these two will eat pretty much anything. The human meat there is they don't care. You know, they are cannibals. They're not vampires, but they are cannibals. They're not smart enough to know. They don't really know what vampires are, because as far as I can tell, vampires just really aren't much of a thing in the beast races. They're just not that common. So I thought, you know, make it clear that, yeah, they're perfectly serviceable, but they don't, you know, yes, they eat human, but is that even really cannibalism when you're an Argonian? Oh no, a Mucktrap! Oh no, it is dead. But I like to just sort of give, like, implications that there's something. The implications is that Nibanza is perfectly capable of being civil, and, you know, is the clean one of the two, while Shajiva is just a bit of an animal. You know, hence why he does the fishing, she does the hunting. And she runs some pretty incredible distances away. But, you know, I like to give them little backstories. Because if they're not going to have any quests, they might as well just have a little backstory. I mean, that's how a lot of Oblivion NPCs were. Is they were just... They had, like, a unique greeting line, but other than that, they would only ever spout generic lines. So, you know, makes it interesting. And it's fun to sometimes just read the dialogue out. But here's the thing, is if you're going to write dialogue, you know, if you're going to write something, reading it out is a good idea. Because if you read... Proofreading can only get you so far. Oops, that's Dragon Round. Oopsie doodle. That looks suspiciously, person-like. Why are they here? How are they here?
You have questions?
Yeah, I'm gonna... It's gonna move these. I don't know what's got them stuck here, but... Obviously. they'll re-equip stuff later. It's just, you know, when an NPC gets stuck, sometimes you just have to recycle them and get. It is worth noting that, like, this is a very, very old save. Weird shit does just happen on old saves. But, you know, I like that sort of more subtle storytelling. Like, if you don't read the notes, you don't read journals, you don't discover this stuff. Like, not every NPC needs to be attached to a quest. So my logic is not every, you know... Imply they have lives, but not every NPC needs to be attached to a quest. Right, I'm just gonna... Wait, what the hell?
Jarls come and Jarls
The hell is... I did not know he could even leave the bloody palace.
very, very good.
Right, last order of business today is wrong button. I wanted that one, so I can go boop off the music. In we go. Deposit the shit and see if I can't find something new to, like, actually find. Best. Yeah, because that'll just give me something to pad out with. Because obviously the last stream I know exactly what I'm doing. Righty doodles. So, we claim our dosh. Go to the books. Kill a potato. Actually, just find Ori. No, I'm going to deposit because that way, if I picked up any gems, I can then sell them all. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Pick up any gemos. Right, we must. Same with books, is like if any of those books I picked up are displayable. I mean, that one that I read out like a poem, that felt like it should be. Unless that's just something added by immersive creatures, in which case it won't be displayable, but it'll go in the museum bookshelves anyway. You want to get your butt out of the way. So, no, there's no idiot in the seat this time, so I'm gonna do it in third person just so I don't have to have the head spin round. Oh, it does. It goes into first person anyway. Makes me wonder if it's a forced first person, not first forced person. Right. Yeah, get the death glare from Kira. It's fine. So, while we were looking at this beautiful, beautiful book, I'll start a little bit more about how I build my little town mobs. I build them sort of like the idea that there's a couple of things I always want to do with them. Is firstly, I want to make them have like fun little backstories. So if you read the journals, you sort of figure out who they are, and that's sort of reflected in what they do in their little schedule. But the other thing I like to do is I try and give a bit of racial diversity because, oh god, Skyrim is so human heavy. Like, it's not just all Nords. That's the thing, is like, there are a decent amount of Imperials as well. But the big problem with Skyrim is that it is almost exclusively the humans. Everything else has, like, no... like, actually... No, it's failing. If it's looking for the skull... Yeah, I'm not even going to try it again.
Good day.
Oh, Orion, do you have anything for me?
Greetings. Oh yes, I have. I'll mark the location on your map. Let me know if you uncover anything.
Yeah, because... Oh, fucking Numa Trap. I know he's up. I know. Right, I'm going to actually jump. Oh, I did like cocked up, press the button. Oh. A-O 7-0-F-0-9-2-E-1. Where did it go? This is why you always do play something while you're bouncing in the air. Right, I found a jump.
Oh, really? In the meantime, here's another possible artifact you could look into.
Right, which one have I got to find now?
Oh yes, I'll mark the location on your map. Let me know if you uncover anything.
Yep. Stormbrand, I think, is a legit weapon. Yes, Stormbrand is legit, but is it... Now, yes, Stormbrand is a legit item that doesn't legitimately exist. Oh, I know which one it is. It's one that's just pinned into a random tree somewhere. I know exactly which one it is. Also, does the museum sort seem to happen a hell of a lot quicker? I don't know why that was, but... I don't know why that was, but that seemed to be a fuck of a lot quicker. Was it because Skyrim isn't now trying to shove fate cards into a billion different levels lists, maybe? I'm just gonna... I know what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna take one quick look. Into the Gallery Hall of Natural Science and just see if, like, any gems, and now I know I can safely sell any immediately, specifically. But did that go quicker because I kind of got rid of the annoying... Oh yes, I have got the Spooder, I have got the Chorus, I have got the Floor... I have got the Gill... I mean, have I actually collected, like, all the shells? I mean... I think I possibly do have all the shells. Because looking at it, that does look like all the shells to me. And it does look like I actually... I'm not seeing any noticeable gaps here. Oh wait, there's definitely a... Yeah, there's the odd gap in this... There is definitely a gap there. But it does look like I have got the vast majority of gemstones, which is good. Graven Spriggans, yeah. Domestic animals, chicky, they have eyes, the horses have eyes, the cows have eyes, and the dogs have eyes. Actually, dogs don't report you, so they're fine. Mudcrab Hawker, bear and sabercat, wolves and elk. Insects. I will probably never find the bloody jars.
How old do you suppose that is?
Right, I just need to... That's... Yeah, it's a Hall of Heroes, it doesn't matter. But there is one little extra for this stream once I've done... And once I've done... Oh, it's Ultra Art Gallery. I probably should display like, the hundreds of paintings I've found, so... I must have missed the Reekling dungeon. I must have not done one Reekling dungeon. Because that's what determines that, is the Reekling. Is it's a dungeon. Or it missed the trigger, there's no guarantee it didn't miss the trigger. That looks like all the Fulmer dungeons done. All the oh, I'm missing a Hagraven nest as well, apparently. Well, that does look like all the paintings, so, yeah. But yeah, there is one extra little surprise. It's pratfall the Khajiit, because... Yeah, I don't know why it happens, but it does. You know, well, let's take this around back. Nakatosh is the best one, because the dragon's the best, and you know it is. But yeah, there's a few things here. East Primor's battle axe is there. Yeah, this just has like a really weird like triple display that doesn't actually exist. So I've got the last bonus. There's still a few items I haven't got. I mean, I don't think I will ever legitimately finish the museum because it just doesn't work 90% of the time. But restore music, save a shark. You know, Walk is done for the day. But there's just a little bit of panic. You know, there's just a little bit of stupidity. So, character selection. I believe it is legit. Yeah, there she is, legit, the Khajiit. Well, she's a high level than I thought. I think I'm just gonna question. Has she been power leveled? I think she possibly has been power leveled on smithing. I'm just gonna hazard that guess, because, you know, 20 hours, less than 20 hours in, and suddenly, like, because look at her, yep, she's run out of enchantment gas. And see what I mean by just, like, pratfall on command? She tries to shout, I press the shout button, and you see her sort of prep for a shout, and then, nope. And then she is technically shouting. But, I don't know what pratfalling does. But, you know, if I pratfall off a cliff, I don't know. Because if you look in powers, nothing is there. Shouts. She has no shouts. She's unlocked Unrelenting Force that I wanted dragons in the world. But note, no shouts. But she just pratfalls. So if I just take Unrelenting Force, put that in, you know, it's a 14-second recharge time, but proof that it worked. Then, powers. Unselect Unrelenting Force. Wait for the 14-second cooldown. You know, as she wanders, the little Khajiit wanders along. You know, Fifi Assassin. But, look at little Khajiit. And no longer pratfalls. So I don't know what it is, but apparently never having a shout equipped, like having nothing equipped, the default that option is attempt to shout pratfall. And yeah, she has... How the hell is she such a high level? Ah, her sneak is... I think I maxed a sneak out. That was it. Yeah, I basically gave her a start in Fifi skill. I think I farmed up some of her Fifi skills. That was it. Yeah. But, yeah, just weird oddity is, apparently if you've never shouted before in your life, your default answer is, I pratfall. Is pratfall. Like, why that works, I don't know. But if you ever equip a shout or an ability, why does this work? She can sort of see the prepping of the attack. If you you can sort of see the prep for the she preps the shout and then fails. Why is this a thing? I don't know. But yeah, it's just how it is. I have not touched this cat in a very, very long time. But she's very much sneak thief. So let's just demonstrate her sneaky powers. She's very much the sneak thief. And I'm just going to pratfall out here. Again, why it does this, I have no idea. I don't think it does it on any other character. I think it is just this Khajiit. She's shouted. Wait, that's Kital, who's a completely different Khajiit that I haven't played since Ooh, 2020. Let's just do a quick check with Kital and see if she works the same way. Is it a Khajiit thing? I don't know what's causing the effect, because clearly equipping something and unequipping something... Does she... No, she doesn't. I know exactly what that effect is. That means she's equipped something. But... I know all the others... I know every other character's equipped something, so... That's the end of the stream, obviously. Look at that Khajiit. I mean, you would never know from the back. If it wasn't for the tail, you would never know from the back. I mean, if you sort of hide the angle right, you can sort of disguise the fact that this is indeed a Khajiit. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. It's Unashamed padding, because that's what it is. There's only 97, 98, 99. So only 4 more streams of Skyrim before I move on to a different game, which is Fuga Melodies of Steel. I will have a spoiler warning if you've never played it. Well, there's a free demo, there's no excuse not to. So, like, if you've never played and interested in the story, don't watch my streams until you have, or at least got far enough into the demo that you know that it's not for you. You know, because the demo is apparently, I think, takes you up to like chapter 2 or 3. It gives you a decent amount of time to get familiar with the game. So it's a pretty beefy demo. So give it a shot if you're not. Otherwise, you know, if you just want to watch the whole game, that's what I plan to do. I'm not going to do the New Game Plus. Possibly. I don't know yet. Because I find it really difficult to skip the story, because it's one of those games I really enjoy the story, and it's kind of like, I am not skipping the story because it feels so unnatural. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. Good. Bye. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,